Burnout. It creeps up on us, it settles over us like a blanket, and it can be incredibly difficult to cure. Hi, I'm Abby, and I'm here to help you discover you. On this channel, we talk all things Enneagram and personality types, so if you're interested in that, go ahead and subscribe. I put out new videos every week. I've wanted to make this video for a while because I often feel burnout like 1 to 3 times a year, and it sucks. I hate that feeling of running on fumes, not having excitement for the day, and just feeling trapped and stuck and bogged down in my work. I like to think of it this way. If your car is running out of gas, you don't keep driving. You're gonna be running on fumes and it's gonna break down on the side of the freeway. No, what you do is you pull over to the nearest gas station and you fill up your tank. So treat your body and your mind the same way. But because our personality recipes are all different, like a type 1's burnout is gonna look very different from a type 6's burnout. So I'm gonna share with you the fuel light of your personality. This is the warning sign when you're driving along that your internal blink fuel light turns on and you're like, oh crap, I need to get gas, I'm about to burn out. Burnout for an Enneagram type 1 might look like this. No one understands how disciplined I am, all the things I'm doing right. Can't you see that you're doing everything wrong? You might become resentful and melancholy, and you're going to over fixate on imperfections. So basically, your inner perfectionism, which is already kind of something that you struggle with every day, is gonna go into overdrive, and you might even find yourself procrastinating because of that perfectionism and that hyperfixation on that, because you don't want to mess up the project, so why even start? Because man, it's just going to take so much out of you. Another sign of burnout for type 1's, physical sickness. You go until your body physically says, I'm done. I'm shutting you down. I am forcing you to rest. But the kicker for 1's is understanding the difference between restorative rest and numbing rest. I have this amazing little Soulcation planner by Melody Miles, and she says something in this planner that I love. She makes the distinction between restorative rest and numbing rest. She says numbing rest is like Netflix, wine, scrolling on your phone, or online shopping. The key to curing burnout is deeper than that. It's found in restorative rest. This looks like regularly factoring in these things in your life: a long walk, hike, an exercise routine that you love, journaling, spending quality time with quality people, just things that make you come alive. And I think you guys are smart enough to know the difference between numbing rest and restorative rest. Also, I'll link this here in the description. Not sponsored or affiliated. I think it's a great tool, especially as we're starting the new year. Burnout for a type 2 might look like this. I bought and wrapped all of these presents and nobody is helping me carry them to the car. You move down your stress path towards the average to unhealthy type 8. You become irritable. Your passive aggressiveness that sometimes comes out just becomes plain old aggressiveness. You might even be in a little bit of a brain fog, insistent that everybody else is the problem and completely blind to your own need for rest. The cure for this, in addition to rest, which I think honestly is really important for every Enneagram type in this situation, but for type 2's in particular, I will say healthy boundaries. I made a boundary setting video that I will link right here, but the gist of it is creating a list of things that are like your do's and do nots, your expectations for yourself and for others that you stick by. Oh, and one more thing for type 2's, eat full, healthy meals. That way you're not having those blood sugar drops that affects your mood and your mental health. And often I do think that 2's forget to feed themselves or don't prioritize that. They are feeding everybody else. So I am saying feed yourself. To prevent burnout, to help cure burnout, eat regular, healthy, wonderful, delicious meals. Burnout for type 3 might look like this. Threes, you move down your stress path. I messed up my hair. You move down your stress path towards the average to unhealthy type 9. You shut down, you're apathetic, you're working on mindless busyness tasks, like doing the dishes or going to the grocery store, or like little things that make you feel productive but don't actually do anything in the long run. Those were bad examples, but mindless busyness is what I'm trying to say. You lose interest in the things that generally inspire and motivate you. You self-isolate, and this is what I do. I am a 3, if you didn't know. I do the numbing activities, the restful numbing activities that we talked about. My particular two are I play addictive games on my phone, particularly Family Farm Adventure, which is just a huge warning sign to myself that something is wrong. And two, I binge watch Netflix shows. To fight this burnout, you need to get an activity that gets you out of your head and into your body and into the present. This could look like regular hikes, going to yoga, which is my personal coping mechanism, or going on really long runs. You also need to tell someone how you're feeling. Type 3s like to present themselves as this like superhero, and they don't really like to admit any weakness. And I will say I am embarrassed when I get into this mode of burnout. I'm embarrassed that I don't have it all together, and I don't want anyone to know. I just want to present a united front and just deal with it myself. Let me tell you, from a 3 to other 3s, the most freeing, healing thing you can do is to tell someone that you love and that you trust that you are hurting. Tell them, hey, I am playing this game on my phone until like 3 a.m. every night. And it makes me sad, and I'm doing it because I feel X, Y, and Z. That is the best thing you can do for yourself. Call it out, because when you call it out and you confide in someone, then it becomes real. Burnout for a type 4 might look like this. I'm frustrated, I hate everyone, I want a hug. I hate everybody, but I still really want a hug. I'm so confused. You move down your stress path to the average to unhealthy type 2. You may feel anxious, irritable, and long to withdraw from the world. You'll struggle with simultaneously wanting to be alone and wanting everyone in your life to check in on you, empathize with your plight, and pull you out of your rut. It is a dichotomy. To help fight burnout, type 4s need to do something that taps into their creativity. As people, we need to stay connected to our core desires. And I'm not just talking about the core desires, the 9 core desires of the Enneagram. I'm talking about your individual, personal desires. For example, I started this YouTube channel because I love acting. I'm obsessed with the Enneagram, and I really like the process of creating videos. But when I get burned out on the constant churn of content, that means that I am disconnected from the sense of joy that made me turn on the camera in the first place. So if you take anything from this video, I want you, any type, but also 4s, to get connected with your true desire. What is it that fills you with joy? What creative outlet do you miss? Get back to the root of that and then pursue that. Burnout for a type 5 might look like this. No, I can't even talk to you because I have so much to do. Go away. You move down your stress path towards the average to unhealthy type 7. This looks like impulsively taking on new projects, drowning in work, and overbooking your schedule. Your mind is gonna be racing with unfocused and like super cynical thoughts, and you're gonna have way less patience for yourself and particularly for other people. To fight your burnout, cut back on your commitments, dude. Make a list of your commitments. Is it non-negotiable? Okay, if it is, can it be delegated? Is this important for your life? If it's not, cut it out. Simplify your calendar, clean your house, or hire someone else to do it, and give yourself time and space to breathe so that you can just enjoy your life. Burnout for type 6 might look like this. Am I the only one in the world who can see how all of this could blow up in one instant? You move down your stress path to the average to unhealthy type 3. Welcome to the average to unhealthy type 3. Where I live sometimes. Sometimes, okay? Not all the time. You will be stressed. You're gonna feel like you're the only one in the entire world who can do all of the things. The world is literally on your shoulders. You're gonna worry a lot about what other people think of you. You might even have physical symptoms like dizziness, shortness of breath, and a migraine. Yay! To help with burnout, type 6s can create a mind map. I'm gonna link to a really helpful video by one of my favorite YouTubers, Michelle B, all about mind mapping, how to get things done with mind mapping. That will be down there. All of her videos are really good, actually, so highly recommend her channel. This will help take the jumble out of your mind and make actionable, reasonable steps for you to go towards your goals. The other necessity for 6s and all types is restorative rest. Figure out what that is for you and do it. Burnout for type 7 might look like, why is this week taking so freaking long? You move down your stress path towards the average to unhealthy type 1. Your inner critic goes berserk, noticing the imperfections of yourself and others. You get mad at people who are preventing you from having fun, and then when it's time to have fun, You're like, why do I not feel joyful? Why am I still stressed out? Why am I not having fun? Then you get mad at yourself for not having fun. You're just going through the motions of your day. Mornings take forever, the days drag on, and you just feel really bogged down. I went ahead and asked an expert 7 here for some advice for this video. Sarah Jane Case, the author of The Honest Enneagram, and she's the face behind the Enneagram and Coffee Instagram account. She's a super creative person. She has a lot going on in her life, and she has experienced burnout. So her advice to you was, I have to cut out everything that isn't urgent and do something spontaneous. I also meditate daily, watch sad movies so I can cry, brain dump all of the things on my mind, and recommit to my top priorities so I can focus on what's important instead of everything else I think sounds fun but is actually stressful. Burnout for type 8 might look like this. The only one I can count on is myself. What are you looking at? You move down your stress path towards the average to unhealthy type 5. You withdraw, you distrust people around you, and you prefer to observe rather than participate. You may also stop exercising, and that is a huge fuel light warning light to you that you may be experiencing burnout. Type 8s need that outlet almost more than any other type to keep their body and their minds healthy. They need a space for all that energy to go. So type 8s, if you have stopped moving your body, that's a little warning light for you. Laura M. Carter on Instagram is a type 8, and she offered this advice for burnout. She said, outsource whatever you can. Babysitter swap, hire a nanny for a day, pay for catering or takeout, pay for laundry and cleaning services. I think outsourcing and getting on a regular exercise schedule is going to be so helpful for type 8s getting out of burnout. Burnout for a type 9 might look like this. I forgot to do something important. What was it? Can't remember, but it feels really important. This is gonna bug me all day. Type 9s, you move down your stress path to an average to unhealthy type 6. You feel anxious and you have trouble going to sleep, and then when you do go to sleep, you have trouble getting up in the morning. You may start checking off things on your to-do list like kind of in a manic way. Like you're not gonna be able to rest or take joy in the fact that you finished something. It's just like going through, like you cannot breathe in between the tasks. You feel like there's something really important that you need to do, but you just can't remember what it was. There's just this sense of impending doom over everything. To help with burnout, type 9s need to get clarity on what they want the most in life. Like I said earlier in the type 4 section, reconnect with your core individual desire. When you know what that is, start incorporating those steps into your daily life. Click here if you want to watch the morning routines of all 9 Enneagram types, and click here if you want to watch what YouTube thinks you'll like. Thanks to my patrons for supporting this channel. Merry Christmas, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.